The Prime Minister had no choice. He ordered a full withdrawal. The empire had been brought to heel, its power revealed as an illusion. Now, listen to the echo. The debt. Britain's debt-to-GDP ratio after World War II was over 200%. America's is now approaching 120% and climbing. We borrow $7 billion every single day. By the middle of this decade, the CBO projects interest payments on our debt will exceed the entire defense budget. The overreach. Britain policed a global empire it couldn't afford. America spends more on its military than the next 9 countries combined, with 750 bases in over 80 countries. We are policing the world on a credit card. The forced system. Britain held its colonies hostage with the pound.
How much higher can it go?
America has the petrodollar system, forcing the world to buy oil in US dollars. But that system is now cracking. Nations like China, Russia, and the BRICS alliance are actively creating alternatives. The parallels are not just similar, they are exact. The arrogance, the refusal to accept that the numbers don't add up, the belief that history doesn't apply to us. Every fallen empire believed it was different. When the pound collapsed, British citizens watched their savings evaporate. The cost of everything skyrocketed. The standard of living they had taken for granted disappeared. This is not an abstract concept. It is devastation for ordinary people. If the dollar falls, everything we import, which is almost everything we consume, will cost dramatically more. Mortgages, car loans, credit cards will spike. The comfortable American lifestyle will become a memory. Britain's fall happened gradually, then suddenly. For decades, the warning signs were ignored. Then, in 11 days, a century of dominance was over. America's foundation has been weakening for 50 years. This means the collapse, when it comes, could be even faster. It could be a debt ceiling crisis that goes too far, a failed military intervention, a moment where our financial sanctions are simply ignored by a world that no longer needs our system. Before Suez, British officials who saw the writing on the wall were called traitors and pessimists. The politicians and the public chose denial because the truth was too painful. Today, the warnings are everywhere, from the Congressional Budget Office to economists across the spectrum. And they are being ignored for the same reason. The British Empire's final mistake was believing it was too big to fail. The only question left is, will America make the same mistake? I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe.